Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today I thought we would just do a fun, chatty, chill video. I'm gonna be reacting to my 2017 online Ulta orders. I've been doing this series for a while. I did it with all of my Sephora orders. I started doing it with Colourpop, but then Colourpop decided to stop showing me my past orders. I don't know why that happened. I've tried it on my phone, a computer, it just does not work for me. It's broken. It was not meant to be. Colourpop did not want me to continue reacting, apparently, to my past orders. And now we're gonna do Ulta. I've mentioned it a few times now, but I can only access my online Ulta orders because your in-person orders, it only shows you until you've used your points last, and I typically use my points once or twice a year, so I can only see right now the in-store purchases I've made for this year. I can't see anything past that. I always inevitably at least get a couple people that message me telling me how to find it. Trust me, I've tried everything. I can't find it on my phone, the computer, it literally doesn't exist. So I did ask you guys if you wanted me to do this with just online, and you guys were very good with that, so I figured we would start today. This is only gonna be October through December of 2017 because that's when I guess I started making online Ulta orders, but to be fair, that was really the beginning stages of when I was buying makeup anyways. I don't know if I would have bought that much prior to that, so you didn't miss much. If you need to see anything, you can check Sephora. I was definitely a Sephora purchaser before Ulta, especially when it came to more like high-end things, because I thought that Urban Decay was the end-all be-all of makeup when I discovered makeup. So if you need to see some of my past makeup spending, you can check out my Sephora videos. Anyways, we are going to talk about my Ulta orders today. I'm really excited. I'm excited to just kind of go through memory lane and see, I don't know, what I was interested in back then. I don't know, I think it's gonna be fun. And obviously, if you enjoy this video, I can keep doing this with 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. I can do all of that for you if you are enjoying it. Before we hop into the video itself, I did of course film this look. It's part of my 2 looks video with the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette that should already be up on my channel by the time this video goes up. And then just my details today. My choker, I think, is from Raven Beads. It's old, so I don't know if it is or if it even exists, but I'm pretty sure I got it from Raven Beads. My plugs today are from Love Kills Boutique. My earrings were a gift, so I'm not sure where they're from. My wig is a Christmas brand wig. Check my FAQ in the description box if you need spelling. And this is a CC brand beanie. All right, so without further ado, let's just walk down memory lane and chat about some of the makeup that I bought at Ulta in 2017. Let me do a little scooch so that I have room to put pictures on the screen. All right, this first of 2 orders was placed on October 31st, 2017, Halloween of 2017. I actually remember this order quite vividly. I remember Zane had just started his job at his current company, and we did share a bank account at that point. We've been sharing a bank account for years. And when you start a job, typically you don't get like your first paycheck until your first 2 weeks out. But because he was salary, he started like the week of payday, and he just got a paycheck anyways that we were not expecting. We weren't expecting his first paycheck to be for another 2 weeks. So this was essentially a bonus paycheck that we literally did not foresee. So I was like, you know what? You treat yourself to something, I'll treat myself to something. And that's what we did. So it wasn't the biggest order of all time, but I do remember I bought this specifically because of that instance. It was, I don't know why I remember that. Okay, so the first thing I bought was the Morphe 3502 eyeshadow palette. Those were the days. That's 2017 YouTube in a nutshell, folks. Everybody was talking about the 350, and then when the 3502 came out, that was like such a big deal. And looking back, like, why did I buy this? I don't even know why I bought the 350. It's just because like YouTube convinced me I needed it. Everybody was into warm neutrals back then. It was the thing to have. I don't even love warm neutrals anymore. I barely play with them. It's just not my favorite, and I think it's because of stuff like this. I burnt myself out of warm tone neutrals. So I would never in a million years want to buy this again, and I don't even feel like I liked this one that much. I definitely think I remember I used my 350 a lot more than my 3502. I only think I used this one, I don't know, just not nearly as much. I definitely used it, but I don't think I loved it as much as my other ones. I don't even shop for Morphe anymore, but I liked them back then, but I remember I just wasn't as in love with this palette over time. I liked it at first, but then I got bored with it really quick. I also bought the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Brick. I still love Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. I have almost all of the ones that I've ever bought. I have decluttered a couple over the years, just shades that I don't really enjoy anymore. I really like that shade. I can't remember if I ended up keeping that one. I'm pretty sure I still have this one. I'm 99% sure. There is a chance I might have decluttered it if I have like a different lipstick in the same shade that I like the formula better of. But yeah, I really like these lipsticks. They're very comfortable. They are liquid matte, so like they're only gonna be so comfortable for a matte liquid lip, you know what I mean? But they are pretty good. They're definitely like one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas ever. And I was definitely on the hunt to collect them all back then. I never ended up collecting all of them, but I collected quite a few of them. And the last thing, which doesn't even exist anymore, is the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation. It literally won't even let me click on the picture. So let me look it up really quick so I can describe it better for you. Okay, here it is. The BH Cosmetics Naturally Flawless Liquid Foundation. I loved this. I'm pretty sure I bought this because Jordy from It's Likely Makeup really enjoyed it on her channel, and I was like, I need that too, and it was really affordable. Doesn't exist anymore. It's actually funny, one of my best friends, Mackenzie, really likes this foundation as well, and she just last week texted me saying, hey, this foundation's getting discontinued. It's been my favorite for years. Can you give me some recommendations? So I only just found out that this was discontinued. It's so funny, but I really liked it for a while. I haven't used it in years. Like I ended up like finishing off my last bottle and calling it a day. I don't know why I stopped using this one. I guess I just discovered other favorites, but I did really like it for a very long time. But there's no point in me really droning on about it because it doesn't even exist anymore. And next, my final order for 2017 was on December 24th, 2017, so Christmas Eve. I went shopping on Halloween and Christmas Eve. How about it? I'm fairly certain I made this order because I had a gift card. I had a $40 gift card and a coupon, so I got a nice chunk of discount. I think I got like pretty much the grand total of this for half off. That's pretty good. I went a little crazy. I got a lot of glittery things. I was a very glitter obsessed person then. I do still enjoy glitter, but I used glitter all the time in 2017. There was hardly a makeup look I did that didn't include glitter. I freaking loved it. Let's just go through all these products. There are a lot of things in this order. First is the Morphe Flawless Beauty Sponge. I remember liking this beauty sponge, but I think I ultimately did enjoy the Real Techniques one the most. But then once I discovered the Juno & Co microfiber sponge, that one's been my favorite for a couple years now. Love me a microfiber sponge. You cannot change my mind. I wouldn't buy this one again. Again, I don't really shop for Morphe, but I liked it at the time and I threw it in my cart. Ooh, some Stila Shimmer and Glow liquid shadows. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe the money I used to spend in 2017, 2018 on like the glitter and glows and shimmer and glows from Stila. These are $24 a pop. I bought 3 of them in this order. That is almost $75 on just 3 liquid eyeshadows. I can't. I do not spend money on makeup the same way I used to. I really had that collect them all mentality. When I discovered the first glitter and glow, I was like, I need them all. And then when the shimmer and glows came out, I was like, okay, let me try that. I need them all. I was so convinced that I needed everything, and that was definitely that old YouTube mentality because everybody made it seem like you needed everything. I'm so glad I've fallen out of that because that makes me like upset. Okay, we have the shade Cloud. I think I actually still own Cloud, and I do like it. If I still have it, it might have dried out, but a couple of my shimmer and glows have survived. I will also say I don't like the shimmer and glows as much as the glitter and glows. The shimmer and glows are more like a creamy, satiny, shiny kind of liquid shadow. They're not ugly, but there's no glitter in them. The glittery ones are definitely prettier in my personal opinion, but the shimmer and glows do make really nice kind of shiny liquid liners and cute cut creases and stuff like that. But Cloud was a really pretty lavender golden kind of shift. It was very pretty. I'm pretty sure I still have it, and I do pick it up every once in a while. I did really enjoy that one. I also got the shade La Douce, which I love that shade. I think it dried out on me last year and I was really bummed about it. I chatted about it, I think in like might have even been in 2020. I think it might have been my 2020, yeah. I think I talked about it in my 2020 fall makeup favorites, and then I went to use it later on for a tutorial in the fall to play with it again, and it was dried out. So that was sad, but it was a really beautiful, like, dingy, grungy, yummy olive green. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. I loved that color. That one I'm still a little upset about that it's gone. And I also got the shade Freedom, which was a very bright, like turquoisey sky blue color, like an aqua. It was really, really pretty. I don't think I own that one anymore. I'm pretty sure that one dried out on me. That was the biggest downfall with that product. They were so expensive for what they were and they dried out so fast. It's insane. But of course, nobody knew how fast they dried out when they first came out, and that's why we were buying all of them. But I did like that color. I don't think I used it as much as I thought I was going to, if I'm thinking correctly, from back in the day. I definitely didn't need that one, but I had it, I collected it, that's for sure. I also bought the Becca First Light Priming Filter. Pretty sure I had already owned this product at this point. This was probably just me restocking it. That or I'd been using the backlight and this was my first time trying the First Light, something like that. There was a couple year period where I was really obsessed with the backlight priming filter and then got obsessed equally with the First Light. So I kind of interchanged. So I don't know if this was my first time trying it or a restock, but regardless, I bought it. I actually just finished my very last bit of it like 2 months ago. I had a little bit more and I've been working on finishing some of my products, so I actually just finished that for the final time. I don't plan on repurchasing it. One, because I don't want to get like reattached to it since Becca is closing down. I also just have other favorites now, you know, but I did enjoy it for a long time. I went through quite a few bottles of this and the backlight priming filter. Very glowy, very luminizing, very highlighty. It's literally pretty much like highlight in a bottle, but I really did like that glowy under my skin primer, and I still like that kind of a primer. I don't regret that. I don't regret it at all. Those were good times, and I definitely did get use out of all of those primers. Like, I never threw any away. I used them to the bone. I also got 3 loose glitters from NYX. This was another collect-em-all mentality thing. I bought literally every single NYX loose glitter, and do you know how many I have now? Do you know how many? Maybe 1. I do not have very many at all anymore. Eventually I went through and decluttered my glitters and I realized I wasn't using them anymore and I didn't need to keep them. Thankfully they were affordable. They're like $6 each. They're not like crazy expensive. I didn't spend a ton of money on them, but I definitely did not need to have the collect them all mentality with these glitters. But I bought the shades Style Star, Beauty Beam, and Lumi Light. Okay, these 3 in particular were actually really pretty. I'm about to take back everything I just said. These 3 specifically were their like holographic-y ones. Like, they had a base color and then there were like rainbow holographic glitters throughout. They were super, super pretty. I remember these. Style Star was a really pretty kind of like, it was either black or like a really dark blue, and it had those rainbow sparkles through it. This one was my least favorite of the 3, if I'm remembering correctly. This has been a few years now, but I think this was my least favorite because like with black glitter a lot of the time, it just gets, it's hard to get a nice canvas of it. I feel like with the black glitter, you need it to be very opaque. You don't want it to be like spotty looking, or it can just look dirty. And I feel like I had this problem with that one. If I took the time to really build it up to a nice like opaque layer of glitter, which is a lot of glitter, it would look really cool, but it wasn't my favorite. I think it's raining outside. If you happen to hear rain outside, that's what you're hearing. This next shade is Beauty Beam. This was more of like a pinky purple, if I'm remembering correctly, with that rainbow sparkle. I did like this one a lot. This was one you could just tap like a small amount of it and it looked really cute depending on what your base color was as far as your eyeshadow. And then this one was my favorite. This might have been my favorite glitter from them ever for a very long time. This was the shade Lumi Light. This one was more iridescent rather than holographic, but it was like a very pretty, just kind of translucent-y white, bluey iridescent. It was so pretty. It looked like little lights twinkling on your eyes. This one was gorgeous. If I had to still recommend a glitter from them, it would probably be this one because it was just so ethereal and cute. I quite enjoyed that one. And last but not least, the final thing that I bought in my final order online from Ulta in 2017 was the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pot. I don't even know what the shade of this is because it's not available anymore. It literally doesn't exist on Ulta, at least it might exist in real life. This was the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pot in the shade Fire Dancer. I remember so many people on YouTube in 2017 were talking about these chrome paint shadows. They were like these squishy, soft, metallic like pot shadows, and you would swipe it on your eye and it's so highlighty and glitzy. And of course most of the people were talking about like the champagne one or the bronze one, the very neutral ones, but that red one spoke to my soul and I really, really wanted it, and it was gorgeous. It was just a very pretty, reflective, metallic red. It wasn't sparkly, it wasn't glittery, and it might not even be my cup of tea now since it's not super glitzy, but it was very like, it was pretty punchy for what it was. Maybe it wouldn't be that punchy nowadays, but it was punchy in 2017. I will say though, I didn't use this very much. I swatched it a few times. I used it for sure in at least one look, but I don't think I used this nearly as much as I thought I was going to. Fairly certain I ended up giving it to a friend at some point, so that was another $22 that was not well spent. Because some of these, like, I don't totally regret. Like, I did enjoy my Laduce Shimmer and Glow, my Cloud I still enjoy from time to time, but some of these that I just didn't really get use out of, like Freedom, that Shimmer and Glow, and then this Chrome Pot, it's like, why did I need to buy that? It's because YouTube told me to, that's why. That's how things were back in 2017. Ooh, I think my power just flickered. Ooh, I should probably end this soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this one was a little bit shorter, but it was just kind of the introduction to this new series of talking about my online Ulta orders. Let's see. I definitely had a lot more orders in 2018. A lot. Wow, a lot. I'm still scrolling. So if you're interested in me continuing this series, just let me know. I would be happy to do so. I love doing just these chill, chatty videos. I like reflecting on older products and kind of seeing what was in, what was out back then. I would love to know if you shopped at Ulta back in 2017, and if so, do you remember anything specific that you bought? I really like knowing what was like your favorite things back in the day. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's Beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Please make sure you're staying informed with everything that's going on in the world. There will be links in my description box that will take you to information and resources and ways in which you can help. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.